Oh
Jimmy Butler, he is a star.
He's the weird star in the NBA.
DeMarcus. What is Jimmy Butler? Like, I can talk about the Celtics winning in a minute, but just every year, bro, including the bubble year, it's like, where is this guy
all the time?
The year? Like, where's this guy? For 3 games in a row, he had 8 points, 6 points, 13 points. He had less than 30 points in 3 games. And in game 5, he gets 47. I mean, in game 6, he gets 47. Like, what are we doing? Welcome to another episode of Tricksters podcast. No, DeMarcus, please.
Oh, my bad.
Welcome to another episode of Tricksters podcast. We got Meg in the building. We got DeMarcus Robinson in the building, a.k.a. D-Mar, a.k.a. Going Too Far, a.k.a. He's Gay. My boy John, what's good, man? What's up with you? Don't wave with 2 hands. What? This is the type of time y'all on. This is the energy we at right now.
I just finished Stranger Things, bro. So I'm in a weird spot right now. I gotta wait because they only released like the first volume.
Right. And it's 2.
Yeah, the next one don't come out till July. And all the stuff like you're excited, like you're looking forward to, doesn't happen. That's going to be in the next volume.
Oh, I see what you mean. So, No spoilers. I've got to get past episode 1. The jump was weird. They could have warned us, like, hey, y'all, this season, this ain't got nothing to do with anything until after you get past some real demonic type stuff.
What y'all talking?
Stranger Things, man. I'm giving a spoiler, but I'm not. It's way too vague, but it is insanely demonic compared to, it's not as bad as like the exorcism of Emily Rose or anything like that, but compared to what we know as Stranger Things, the fun teenage show with kids and stuff, they completely, my brother, went west with it. And I'm like, what is that? But we ain't gonna talk about that too much. I'll be praying for you, John. Praying for your soul, man. There's some crazy stuff going on out here. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. The Celtics are going to the NBA Finals. I predicted, and by the way, I'm not the guy that has to be right. I predicted that the Celtics could win in 5. If you watched every game of that series, they very much could have won in 5. It was just some weird, strange, weird, crazy crap going on, man. I can't explain it. I really can't, because both teams, the Celtics more than the Heat, clearly because they won, looked really good at times and then looked bad at times. Yeah. And some of that, DeMarcus, me and you have played basketball long enough to know what fatigue looks like. Some of that, you're just tired, bro. To go through a physical series like Philly and the Bucks, to meet up with the 2 best defenses in the league, very much very much physical teams, number 1 defenses, a lot of pride at stake. Eric Spoelstra has never lost the Eastern Conference Finals. Jimmy Butler was taken over by Jesus Christ himself and getting buckets. Oh, Jimmy Butler, he is a star.
He's the weird star in the NBA.
DeMarcus. What is Jimmy Butler? Like, I can talk about the Celtics winning in a minute, but just every year, bro, including the bubble year, it's like, where is this guy
all the time?
The year? Like, where's this guy? For 3 games in a row, he had 8 points, 6 points, 13 points. He had less than 30 points in 3 games. And in game 5, he gets 47. I mean, in game 6, he gets 47. Like, what are we doing?
Okay, so what I get from Jimmy, bro, it's like, he's not a scorer at all, first off. So I don't want anybody to, his name's Jimmy Buckets, but let's just call it how it is, bro. He's not a prolific scorer. No. All his come out the mud, for real. Like, and free throws. And free throws, too. But when it comes to him having to score, it's like he did them first 2 games the way he did them, right? It's okay. I can't do this all series. Let me try to see if somebody else gonna step up. And then he one of the ones that like once he see nobody steps up, 47. It's like it's the weirdest junk ever, bro.
To be honest, bro, again, I said Celtics in 5. Game 1, first half, the Celtics just were dominating. It was like, wow, the Heat really getting punched in the mouth. Jimmy Butler, 41, 42 points that game. Out of nowhere, though. Like, he gets rolling and he cannot miss a shot, which is why I almost pinched one off when he shot that 3 with like 13 seconds to go. DeMarcus.
When he pulled that,
my wife is my witness, bro. I almost fell to my knees. I was when he shot, I said, Jesus Christ, no. But that's the type of player Jimmy Butler is. He makes the most unimaginable. I remember it was a ball out of bounds. They had 2.2 seconds on the clock in game. That's when I was like, we lost. We're going to lose. It was still time to come back. He made that shot. I was like, there's just nothing we can do. John texted, he's like, bro, y'all gonna have to shoot Jimmy Butler. Legit though, like I would never hurt a player. I don't wish it on nobody. John doesn't mean that. He might, but John doesn't really mean that. All I'm saying is, bro, like he is one of the most unpredictable stars. I can't call him a superstar, even though he plays like the best player in the league at times. But he's wildly inconsistent, and he is very much a thorn in the back of the Celtics, bro. I cannot believe how long it's been. The Heat are the reason that KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce split up. I'm sure a lot of people who watch basketball know that. And it's
y'all are also the reason the Heat happened.
That's true.
It's all the flip side.
Bro, I've been a Celtics fan since the age of 14. I am 29, fam. I've never seen a team have us in their grips for so long. Just them. Like the Pistons give the Celtics a little bit of hell, but the Heat, bro. Anyway, I'm done with that. I'm done with Jimmy Butler. I love Jimmy Butler. I want everybody to know that. That's why it was so tough going through this series and last series because I love Giannis too. But Jimmy Butler, a player like that got heart, that responds. He's tough as nails. He's a team guy. Say it again.
I say he's a superstar, by the way. Not to cut you off, but I know you said, I take him as a superstar. He's done it too many times at this point on the highest stage. You know what I'm saying? Like that first off, I gave him that in the finals when he had that game. We had 40 in the finals, like what, 45, 10, and something else against Bron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, after that, I was like, nah, he's a superstar. He just
in the regular season, he's nowhere to be found.
For that bubble shit, I didn't watch a second of the bubble shit. That shit does not count. If you got Duncan Robinson going off, something ain't right.
It counts.
Okay. Duncan Robinson gets off though sometimes. Like he'll make some crazy shit. But the bubble was
played with better people at church.
Man, no way, John. Hey, man, what you see on TV is NBA players guarding this man.
I understand. But like I told you before the postseason even started, I don't watch the regular season. That holds no meaning. And you told me that Heat have the 1 seed. I was like, how? They have nobody but Jimmy Butler. And Jimmy Butler ain't like that all the time. He's a good player. He can go crazy, but he's not carrying somebody with the 1 seed by himself.
But by the way, DeMarcus, this is John. Let me tell on him a little bit. He feels that way about basketball. He used to love college basketball for sure. He used to love the pro league for sure when Steve Nash was there, other players. But college football, he will watch Wyoming play North Dakota State for no reason, just because
I watched the Division II playoffs one time, and I saw one of the hardest hits I've ever seen in a game. So it was validated.
I'm not doing that. But you know what, man? Moving on. There's been plenty of talk about the Heat and the Celtics all day on social media.
Well, let me get this out. Nobody's realizing. Everybody's giving the Celtics or the Heat their props. The Heat are not a good basketball team. They're not. You realize the 3 games they won, Jimmy Butler had to go supernova twice. Then the other game they won, the Celtics just sold and had 20-plus turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those games, the Celtics got it back to within one.
Yep.
So the Heat are not a good. They don't impress me. Nothing they do is noteworthy.
The world doesn't want to hear that, John.
I'll say.
I don't care what the world wants to hear. I don't care what the world wants to hear. I'll blow the world up. I'll detonate this mug. All right. The Heat are not a good basketball team. I'm glad to see them go because if they play the Warriors, bro, get your brooms out.
Oh
bro.
my God, I wouldn't have even watched, bro. I will back you because DeMarcus disagrees, and I'm gonna let him go. But I will piggyback and agree with you. I will say they are a good squad, but they are not a great squad at all. I will say they were good enough to get the 1 seed. They are a streaky team, but down the stretch, when you look at who they played, they went through the Hawks, they went through Philly with 2 games with no Joel Embiid. That's 2 wins. They only needed 2 more, and it took them to game 6 to get that. Joel came back and won 2 straight, I think. So he won game 3.
Yeah.
He won game 3. Heat won game 5.
I think the Heat won the last.
I'm at game 4 and then game 5. Yeah, it might have been 5. I feel like Joel won 2, bro.
Let me see.
I feel like Joe. Why are you looking that up? But all I'm trying to say is no knock on Atlanta. They had some injury issues. They had some chemistry issues. The Heat didn't go through the fire like the Celtics did, so they looked impressive on their way to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's how I feel about Golden State, and people don't want to hear that. Golden State went through the Nuggets. No offense, the Grizzlies, and they beat them without Josh. Josh stays, who knows? And then you go through the Mavericks, who have no soul worth mentioning at forward or center. And so they haven't. Golden State's still a good squad. They're better than the Heat, I swear to God they are. I'm not doing that. I'm not saying they're on the same level, but they do have the same trail where, yes, Golden State's better, but they haven't played anybody and they haven't been tested. They're way less physical than Boston. They don't play anywhere near as good as defense as the Bucks or the Heat at all. It's not even close. Yeah, they got Draymond, but who else you gonna throw at Tatum? Okay, Wiggins. Okay, who guarding JP? Jordan Poole? Good luck, Clay. I mean,
the thing about Golden State though, they got a lot of people who just play their roles. They have the best system in the league in my eyes. And like as far as the Heat go, I think they're a good team with a great coach. That's how they got to this point now.
I agree. Definitely coaching.
A lot of their wins and close wins and stuff, it's Spoelstra. Yeah, Jimmy was going crazy, but Spoels let him like, hey, Jimmy needs to get in this spot. Hey, y'all get out the way, let Jimmy do his thing. You know what I'm saying? But they would have got probably gentlemen against Golden State, probably just because Jimmy would have. But this is the matchup I wanted to see. I actually wanted to see Boston versus Phoenix, but we're not gonna go there.
Bro, Kyle Lowry will get his hips gripped by Steph. Kyle Lowry is god awful. He's sold, and it brought my heart great joy to see him still.
I am not going to waste any bandwidth on Kyle Lowry. So, again, looking at Golden State, matchup-wise, this is going to be a fun finals, and this is going to be the first time I predict Game 7 Celtics. I predicted the Bucks in 6, which it should have happened. I definitely predicted Nets in 5, and they ended up getting swept. I mean, Celtics in 5 against the Nets, and they ended up sweeping the Nets. I predicted the Heat in 5, where the Celtics would beat the Heat in 5. That got real funky. But this is what we not talking about. Steph Curry's been there. Clay has been there. Draymond has been there. They do not have the same supporting cast as they used to. So we're not finna act like that. Yeah, Jordan Poole can get a bucket, but it's a whole different defense. And the Celtics look really good against them in the regular season. I think they won 2-1. And the one that the Warriors won was very, very close. But Steve Kerr can coach his tail off. I hate giving them props because that's Mark Jackson's team.
Yeah, it's so hard doing it, bro. But I mean,
Steve is just good, bro.
At this point, it's like
we see what they look like without Steve Kerr.
Yeah,
like look what happened with Luke Walton. Look what happened with
Mike Brown.
Mike Brown, which
God
bless Sacramento, bro. God bless Sacramento. That was way too premature to hire him, but they got what they got now. Definitely buyer's remorse there, but Ime Udoka, man, shout out to him. Shout out to Tatum. Shout out to JB, Marcus Smart, Al Horford. No shout out to Grant Williams. He was god awful the entire series. He never did anything good.
Bro, one second. Shout out Derek White.
Facts.
Bro, I talked so much shit on him the whole Buck series. He was trash. He had his kid, and ever since he had his kid, he was balling, bro. He was broke from I think it was game 6 or 7. He shot way too many threes and missed them all. I was like, bro, you can't shoot threes. It's not in your bag. Stop doing it. And then game 6, bro, he was shooting the fucking piss out of the ball. He had 20-something points, and I was just like, I was wrong.
Yeah.
I need to apologize to him.
He didn't even score that much last game, but he played an extremely important role in Game 7.
I'm not apologizing to Grant Williams.
John, let him have the floor. He hates Grant Williams.
Bro. Go ahead, bro.
It was a funny dislike at first until they put him mic'd up. After he was mic'd up, I said, nope, I'm never gonna look at him the same. He's in the same category as Kent Bazemore now. Awful.
I wouldn't say Kent. Bro.
Bro, have you seen the Alaskan bullworm on SpongeBob?
Yeah.
That's what he looks like.
So I got Celtics in 7, man.
Bro, he looked like he got stung by a bee before every game. He just looks swollen.
Oh, yeah, like up here?
Yeah.
Right here?
What do y'all? Yeah, it's right in there.
Marcus Smart be putting him up because he talked too much.
Like he just took his helmet off from football. But anyway. What are y'all predictions, man? I got Celtics in 7, man.
Bro, I'm gonna do Celtics in 6.
Ooh.
I like the way you talking to me.
Sheesh.
Bro, I like the Warriors the way they play ball, but I hate Draymond. So if they traded Draymond, the Warriors would be my favorite team.
I feel that. I love Klay Thompson, man.
I love Klay. I love Steph. I don't like Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole cold.
He's cool, man.
He's a good player. I'm not saying he's bad. I just don't like him.
Okay, that's cool. Valid, I guess.
He was talking shit to Bertans in the Mavs series. Like, bro, he averages 2 points a game. Why are you talking shit to the guy?
There's a backstory to that. A few years ago, Bertans shot a 3 over him, and he shot a 3, made it, but Jordan Poole kind of fouled him. They didn't call it, but Jordan Poole tried to step over him, and he grabbed Jordan Poole or something. It was weird and kind of dirty, and so they have a history. It wasn't that he was just like, "Oh yeah, I'm at you." There's a history behind it.
Well, anyway, Bertans is also ugly as hell. He looks like a middle school principal.
He looked like a little league soccer coach.
Yeah, he does.
Little league soccer coach with the little pullover.
They got to get my boy Lucas some help, man. They got to get my boy Lucas some help.
If the Celtics won in 6, bro, I would not be surprised. Go ahead, DeMarcus. What's your prediction, bro?
I hate to play this card, but the fact that Steph, Clay, and Draymond been here before, Steve Kerr been here before.
That's a big advantage.
It's a huge advantage. And at this point, with them 3, your core being there, it makes it so much easier for the role players to just fall in line. Jordan Poole plays so free, bro.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that Steph, Clay, and Draymond give them that security. And Kevin Looney is playing. First off, Wiggins is going to be the key to this series.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the whole playoffs.
He was key to the last series.
Yeah.
Because Steph was broke one of those early games, and Andrew Wiggins did just enough to keep them afloat and let Steph get his shot back. And then once Steph started clicking again, it was over with. But Andrew Wiggins carried them in the first part of that series.
Yeah, he did. But and what people are saying is that they're going to throw Wiggins at Tatum, but I don't see him locking up Tatum at all.
He didn't lock up Luka.
He's not PJ Tucker. He's not.
All you can do is, with great players like that, that's why I'd be like, when I say clamps, that don't mean you can't score on me. It's mean every bucket is tough. Like, especially if you're an elite scorer, it's like every bucket's gonna be kind of tough for Tatum. You know what I'm saying? If Wiggins on him. Now, if they throw Kuminga in there and Otto Porter, Clay, they can cook probably. Clay's not the same anymore.
Tatum can't do that shit where he just like disappears for like 7-8 minutes at a time and just defers to his teammates. You are the dog on that team. Nobody else other than JB can go get their own bucket consistently. Yeah. Marcus Smart sort of can, but it's very iffy.
Marcus Smart last 5 shots of that game, and that's how Miami came back. Dude, I'm sitting here, I'm looking, and the thing is, so this is where the inexperience of Emmy comes in my eyes. Whole time, I'm like,
I'm glad you brought that up.
You want the ball in Tatum's hands, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to isolate him up top. He's isolated up top. Everybody can see him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what's going to happen. Like, he going to drive, he going to double, he going to try to find open man. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Put that ball in JB and Marcus Smart hands, run some pin downs or something on the sideline, get JT to his spot, and then let him work with like 8 seconds left. At least once, because all Jason Tatum was doing was getting doubled, kicking it to Marcus Smart.
Right.
Marcus Smart was doing some broke shit.
So let me lay the foundation, because this is what people who don't know the game of basketball, who haven't been coached for a long time, a lot of people don't understand how much a coach can affect a player's game. During the Brooklyn series, they were giving Tatum a lot of post-ups, especially on the wing, not necessarily a high post, but baseline posting up against KD, whoever wanted to guard him. They kind of got away from that a little bit when it came to what's his name? Matthews. What's his name? For the Bucks. Wesley Matthews and Drew Holiday. They started to make Tatum a playmaker. And that's what he became to versus the Heat. Number one, because the Heat play his own. Number two, Eric Spoelstra did his absolute best to not let Tatum do a thing. And he was throwing defenders at him on the drive that he had to kick. You said he was in the air a lot. He's inexperienced. He's young. So I get where the market's coming from. I can't say that Tatum just disappeared. I was mad like that too, John. But to me, I was telling Q, I'd rather him shoot like Kobe did. I'd rather him shoot over a double team in the last 2 minutes than Marcus Smart shoot an open shot. That sounds crazy.
He only had like one open shot, though. Marcus Smart driving on 3 people.
But 3 minutes before the 2 minute, mark, I think it was around 5 minutes, Tatum shot a fadeaway from the left wing 3 and Strus's eyeballs. And I'm like, I'd rather a bad shot, because he's one of the best shot makers in the game. I'd rather a bad looking shot from Tatum than the Marcus Smart to be jacking these up, bro. Like,
now, truth be told, JB had a play where he drove on the left-hand side and skipped it to Marcus Smart. And he met nothing but net, drained it. Yeah, great shot. Yeah. He made a couple. He made a tough 3.
But nah, bro. It's
like as a shooter, like you see a shot like that go in not too long before, because it was in the 4th quarter when he made that shot.
I know.
If you see that shot go in and you have as much space as he does, I'm pulling. Like if I just made a 3 from essentially the same spot a few minutes ago, and I'm not open, I'm pulling it every time.
And that's the thing. It's no disrespect to Marcus. It's no disrespect to Marcus. He can make 3s. He's made plenty of great plays, but whenever you get in that hero ball mode, bro, it can go south fast.
And that's why I'm like, yeah, you hit that one. But
bro, take me through your mindset when Strus hit that 3 to get it within 2.
Okay, so
Strus, who has been broke, super broke, all series long.
He hit a big one too.
The Heat. Wow. I swore we were gonna stop talking about this. The Heat get on my nerve. They do this. Strus missed 14 straight 3s before Game 6. What?
Bro, I was sick.
And people making such a big deal out of them taking that 3 back from the 3rd quarter, bro. Like,
I don't take that back, because it's a whole rest of that one is
If that was under 3 minutes, you got a case. But 3 points versus 2 points or whatever, they took 3 points away in the third quarter. Do you not think Boston would have responded if the score was closer?
They wouldn't have been
time on the clock.
First off, Miami wouldn't have been playing desperation defense the way they was playing. You know what I'm saying? Celtics would have been running. They wouldn't have been running the clock out, just trying to get the clock down. It's like it's. Yeah. I don't be liking. I be like, bro, let me just get out.
It's like a butterfly effect.
Yeah,
right. So, do you have Golden State, or you say you taking Golden State, DeMarcus?
I'm taking Golden State at 6, and I want y'all to win. I want to say, if y'all win, I'm not gonna be upset, but I just feel like right now the momentum Golden State has, Klay finally back from his injury, Steph hungry for his first Finals MVP. You can tell, like he got the trophy for the Western Conference, but you saw Andre Iguodala was like he finally happy, and Steph was like he looked at him and was like, no, I ain't happy. So I feel like Steph in kill mode.
I think that they are, but I also think it's a facade to a degree. I think that Golden State, again, they are confident. They do have momentum, but they're about to run into a wall. And I think if Ime allows Tatum and stops, I'm telling you, he's coaching him to be a playmaker. He's not posting him up anymore. He's not letting him ISO that much. If he allows Tatum to destroy Golden State, I'm telling you, it's going to be a quick series. But I don't think he is. Go ahead.
I do 2 things here.
Yeah.
Golden State 6. But if Al fucking Horford, who didn't do none of this shit in Atlanta, bro, if he plays the way he's been playing this postseason, then I can see Boston at 7. You know what I'm saying?
What is Kevin Looney going to do against Horford and Williams?
Oh, he's just going to get in the way, like he always do.
Offensively, what is Draymond going to do? So all we have to guard, basically, from the 3 ball that is 2 to 3 players at a time. Boston is ready for that. I'm trying to tell y'all right now, I don't think, unless it's Steph Curry, I told my wife earlier, it sounds so elementary, but if you stop Steph Curry or make it hard for him, there's no way the Celtics can lose to those other guys. I know Klay is a monster. Klay can get you 1 game. But I don't see it. Bro.
Steph. Bro. They're going to put Steph on Marcus Smart.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be interesting to see if Marcus Smart is smart about what happens.
You laughed at yourself?
Yeah.
There's no one. Listen, let's not even put that on him. There's no one person that can guard Steph because before he takes a shot, he runs off 4 strings. So we're going to have to.
On defense, like Steph going to have to Marcus, and Marcus can get him.
I'm telling you right now, they're going to do what they can to get matches with. I bet JB, they're going to try to match him up. They're going to try to get screens to get Steph to guard JB because JB's better at throwing fouls. He's way more aggressive and strong at the cup, and Steph cannot foul. So they're going to have to figure something out. They don't have any, even with Looney, they don't have shot blockers at all. Boston scores. They're the best defensive team in the league. I don't think they get enough credit. Yeah, it was a sloppy series, but, bro, they've been through so much, which is why, in my mind, you've been so battle-tested. You just went through 2 Game 7s, one of which against the best player in the world. You swept the second best player in the world. You got to come in this mud confident, bro. Golden State can't scare you, bro.
I hope not.
I hope not. We'll have to see.
I want Boston to win because JB, you know what I'm saying, maybe if he wins, he'll say, you know what, I need another challenge. Let me go to Atlanta. Let me come home.
Okay. That has nothing to do with
it. Had nothing to do with nothing. In case you're watching, you know.
Facts. But this has been another episode of Tricksters Podcast. Appreciate you guys for watching. We want to do a little sports run real quick. I'll let y'all later for a bonus episode.